Hello world, Alexandre here, and let's talk games. So guys, what I'm planning to do in the next few weeks is a series on mobile gaming and how the thing we carry in our pockets, our smartphones, can be used as a gaming device essentially. There's a lot of power in these small devices these days and they can actually do a lot of impressive things. So I was going to look into that in more detail essentially and see what's currently possible on the hardware we have and, you know, see how viable it is as a platform itself. What I do find insane is some of the stuff that now works on like a mobile platform, and this right here is probably really near the top of the list because this is actually a PlayStation 2 and GameCube and Dreamcast game. It's a Crazy Taxi, which one of the first videos I did actually was playing the PlayStation 2 version of Crazy Taxi and just sort of going over it and saying this is a classic game, this is how it works, this is what it's about, and just looking back at it and just seeing what made it good essentially. And then insanely, that game that was on the PlayStation 2 that you can buy now for like 40 quid is completely free on mobile, on iPhone and on Android. It's just, you know, it's insane. The whole game is literally crushed down. A game that's on Dreamcast and PlayStation 2 is actually on your phone, which I can't get my head around. That's actually amazing. Now obviously technology's moved on, so they can fit older titles, didn't take up as much data as they would do with modern day titles, but the fact you'd be able to crush all that down, all that data, and squeeze it into a file that can be run on a phone, it's just incredible. And the thing that's even more mad about it is it looks better than the PlayStation 2 version. It looks better than the Dreamcast version. As you can see from the footage, it runs really smoothly, the graphics look a lot sharper, a lot cleaner. Granted, this is on a phone. What I've done basically to get the footage is I've ported it out onto a TV and then captured that off the TV so you can get the idea of the quality. So essentially, yeah, I've backed this up as a HD. I haven't altered the effects or anything like this. This is the cleanest way to import the footage that I could think of. But it looks great. The sound is amazing as well. It's literally the original game. It's the original soundtracks. You have the Offsprings in there as well. I've had to sort of take the audio down quite low to not get like a copyright strike on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, the Offsprings backing track is in here and all that stuff, and it plays great. Now, on the last time I looked at games on phones and mobile, the iOS platform, I looked at another SEGA game as the Crazy Taxi game as part of the SEGA Forever collection, and one of the games I looked at was Sonic, and I just finished doing the video on that recently, and I was saying how the touchscreen controls, they make it takes a bit of getting used to. It makes it quite hard to actually really control the game and really get the best possible results out of it. Weirdly, I actually find the touchscreen controls on Crazy Taxi a lot easier than the PlayStation and Dreamcast controls, which is, I didn't think that would be that'd be the case, but there's something about it that I found more responsive, and I think what it is with Crazy Taxi, it got imported from the arcade essentially, so the controls were a lot simpler in the arcade, and then they put them onto a console and they added all these other little things like double tapping, triple tapping, and changing quickly between all these combinations to do things like drifts and jumps and everything like that, which with a touchscreen there's two buttons. So it's very similar to how it would have been in the arcade, and it just plays a lot better. It's a lot easier to control. I actually got a better score doing the video for the mobile platforms than I did when I did it for the PlayStation 2, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So I really enjoyed it. I think this is really good. It's really good fun, and it's completely free. How insane is that? You can download this right now on your iPhone, on your Android, on your tablets if you've got a iPad, or if you've got a Samsung Galaxy tablet, or whatever tablet runs Android these days. You can download it and play it completely free, which was really cool. Again, for those of you who didn't see the other video I did on Crazy Taxi, it's a real fun game. It's really simple. You are a taxi driver, as the title suggests. You have to drive crazy fast to pick up as many customers as possible before the time runs out, to get points and to get fares, and that's basically it. Really simple, but guess what? It plays really well. It's really fun, and I highly recommend it. One of the best games that was on the Dreamcast. One of the best games was on the PlayStation 2. One of the best games ever. Just a nice old-fashioned arcade, fast-paced game. Love it. I definitely should check this out. Just doing some research for this video as well. This game was on tons of things. So this originally was in the arcade. Then Dreamcast was one of the sort of exclusive games for Dreamcast before it got ported. Then the PlayStation 2, the GameCube, the Windows platform, the PS3, the 360, and then it went weirdly to the mobile platforms, and it's also come up on PlayStation Portable, so it got ported out to that, the Xbox and Game Boy Advance, so it's the game has been basically everywhere. Pretty much, it's hard to avoid this game, but it's one of those games that you definitely should check out if you never got a chance to play it. And I actually do think the easiest way these days to play this game is going to be on your mobile phone or tablet. It'll probably be a very good experience as well. I highly recommend it. It's good fun. There's not much more else to say about it. It's got a great soundtrack. It's got great gameplay. It's very fun to play. And it inspired one of the best Simpsons game ever made, which was The Simpsons Road Rage, which is essentially the exact same game but with Simpsons characters. So, you know, if you love The Simpsons Road Rage or ever heard of that game, this is basically the same game essentially. So yeah, I will be looking at how the mobile platform is currently being used and how it's been developed and what's been capable with it, but for now this is one of the best games you can get on mobile, completely free. I definitely recommend it. Check it out. And yeah, hoping to have a video up in the next few weeks more in depth of the current state of mobile gaming, but I just wanted to share this with people. This is part of the SEGA Forever collection. For those of you that don't know, SEGA Forever is this new collection Sega's releasing where they're taking old classic games from different consoles. So as I've already shown, they're doing the Mega Drive or the Genesis, and now they've done the Dreamcast where they take a classic title and they port it, convert it, compress it all the way down, upscale the images a little bit. Sometimes they rebuild it from the ground up as well, and they put it onto the mobile platform, and it's completely free. Like the previous one as well, there are some adverts on this. You can skip the adverts, so if you want to pay for the adverts, you can get rid of them completely. You don't have to, you can just wait 20 seconds in most cases, close an advert and carry on playing. As you can see from recording this, the adverts didn't really impact me at all, so yeah, it's up to you guys. So that's it for today, guys. If you did like this video, please hit the like button. And as this is a new channel, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe to help me grow and build the channel. It'd be awesome if you could do that. But that's it. Have a good one, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.